option which is closest in meaning to educe. The word educe will mean to bring out something which is latent or of hidden capability. So the word which is nearest in the meaning is unlawful, ideal, demand are not anywhere in synchronization with the word educe. The word educe will mean to bring out something which is hidden, which is latent, which is disguised. Now the word which is nearest to the meaning A, B and D, as I said, unlawful, idle and demand are nowhere in synchronization to this word. The word is illicit. Illicit will mean to bring out something which is hidden, which is same as the word educe. So option number C is the answer for this question. Illicit and educe will mean almost the same thing, to bring out something which had hidden value, latent or which had disguised. Hence the option is C. Illicit is nearest in the meaning to. Choose the appropriate word to fill in the blanks in the given sentence. The gyration in the art had not lost its steam. It blank on a fiercely as ever. It blank on as fiercely as ever. Gyration means a revolution or a rapid movement. Swinging. Gyration means revolution or a rapid movement. So the sentence has the gyration in the art has not lost its steam. It. So the word should be in conjunction with the rapid movement, the revolution. So the nearest in the meaning is the word rage. The word rage will mean ardor, fervor, violent or uncontrollable enthusiasm is the word which means rages, because the sentence is a comma separated sentence, semicolon separated sentence, which says the gyration in the art, that means the revolution in the art or the rapid movement in the art, and the nearest word, the gyration in the art has not lost its steam, and the second part of the sentence have to again convince the first part of the sentence, which can be done by the word rage. Rage will mean uncontrollable enthusiasm, ardor or fervor. The correct answer is D option, rages. Which of the following sentences is grammatically not correct? Option D is the answer. This is grammatically incorrect one. Like, what does she look? The correct usage here should have been, what does she look like? Option number D is grammatically incorrect, hence the answer. The sentence says, in its incorrect grammatical form, it is reading like what does she look? Which can be corrected, and the grammatically correct sentence will be, what does she look like? Hence the answer is option number D is grammatically incorrect. Like, what does she look is grammatically incorrect, and its correct usage have to be, what does she look like? Option number D is the answer for this question. From the container containing 100 liters of pure milk, 20% quantity was being removed and replaced by water. This process was repeated 2 more times. After the third iteration, the quantity of the milk left in the container. So we have quantity of milk left after nth operation. Quantity of milk left after nth operation will be always given by the formula 1 minus b upon a raised to the power n, where b is the amount which we are taking out and the amount of the water which we are putting back. Once again, A is the initial quantity, where in this formula A represents the initial quantity. I am abbreviated initial quantity as IQ. A represent initial quantity and B will represent the quantity taken and replace every time. Quantity taken and replace every time. Quantity taken out and replace every time is B, and N stands for number of replacement, or what we can call it as number of operations, whatever we want to call it. A stands for initial quantity, B stands for quantity taken out and replaced by water. Initially we are taking pure solvent out, then we are taking mixture out. B represents the quantity taken out invariably every time and replaced by water. and this quantity taken out and put back should be same, then the formula which can be applied is quantity of milk left after nth operation will be equal to initial quantity into 1 minus b by a raised to the power n. A is initial quantity, B is whatever is we are taking out and replacing every time, that is B, and N is number of replacement oblique operations. So in this particular question, which is initial quantity is 100, we are taking 20 on 100 out every time, 20% is being taken out every time, 1 minus 20 by 100. This value should come out to be 51.2. Or better way of solving all such question is alternative way, or in turn we can say what is happening here, every time we are taking 20% out. So every time there is a reduction of 20% that is going around, and the case is a successive reduction of 10% is happening, successive reduction of 20% is happening every time across the problem. Our initial quantity is 100 and every time we are taking 20% out. We are taking 20% out and replacing it by 20% water. So what is happening? 20% we are taking out and replacing it by 20% water. Successive reduction of 20% is happening again and again. So 100 have to be successively and again successively replaced by 20% thrice. Value will be 51.2. This is the exact quantity of milk left. This is the quantity of milk left after third operation. After third operation, successive reduction of 20% is happening every time. So 100 have been successively reduced by 20% every time. The final quantity of the volume of the milk left should be equal to 51.2 liters. Successive reduction of 20% is happening thrice on 100, which is initial quantity, that should be equal to 51.2. N is equal to 15 factorial minus 13 factorial, then the largest prime number that divides n. We have to find out highest prime divisor of n. We know excuse me, n can be written as 15 into 14 into 13 factorial minus we have here 13 factorial. So n can be written as 13 factorial common, which is 15 into 14 minus 1. That should be equal to, n is equal to 13 factorial, that should be equal to 15 into 7 is 105 into 2, that is 210 minus 1, that should be equal to 13 factorial into 209. We can write it as 13 factorial into, we have 209, 19 into 10 is 190 into 19 into 11 is equal to 209. So this complete number n can be written as 13 factorial into 19 into 11. We can say easily 15 factorial is 15 into 14 into 13 factorial. We take 13 factorial common. Inside it we are getting 209. 209 can be factorized as 19 into 11. Now the largest prime divisor of n is 19. The largest prime number that will divide n is 19, because here 13 factorial, the highest prime number is 13. So one thing, be careful about that. We might take here 13 factorial common and you might think about that the largest prime divisor is 13. It is not the case, because in 209 we can factorize 209 as 19 into 11. So highest prime divisor of n is 19 and not 13. Be careful about it. One might think about that 13 factorial is here, so highest prime divisor can be equal to 13, which is not the case, because we might think it will include numbers 1 into 2 into 3 and into 7 into 5 into 7 into 11 and into 13. You might think about that the 13 is the highest prime divisor of n, but inside the bracket we are getting 209, which is 19 into 11. So 19 is the highest prime divisor of n and not 13. Be aware, the answer highest prime divisor of n is 19. 19 is the answer for this question. consider the following statements given. Only students can participate in the race. Because only students can participate in the race, so students can participate in the race and all participant in the race are students, because the word uses only students can participate in the race. So we can say students are participating in the race and only students are participating in the race. So all participants and student is one and the same set, because the question is saying, S1 is saying only students can participate. Because only students can participate in the race, that also means all participant in the race are students. Only students can participate in the race will also mean that all participants in the race are students. So the students and the participants are the same set. They are exactly same overlapping sets. Both the sets are exactly the same thing. Now, because out of given four options, one of the option is none of the above three are true. So either A or B or C, only one of them can be correct or none of them can be correct. So we have option number C as the correct answer. All participant in the race are students. That is only correct because one of the option is correct and C happens to be the correct. There is no need of checking other two, though even if we check A and B, they will come out to be untrue. One more thing, only students can participate in the race will mean students are the only participants, or participants and students are the one in the same set. Hence the answer is C. "300 staff members went for a picnic. Total is equal to 300. Total we have here value as 300. Out of them 180 members play volleyball. 180 is volley. 150 played throw ball. So throw ball is equal to volleyball is 180, throw ball is 150, and 120 play cricket. So 120 we have as cricket. Now 150 players played exactly one game. So this, if I write P plus Q plus R, P plus Q plus R should be equal to 150. 30 members play all the three games. Here all three are coming out to be 30. Then the number of people who played exactly 2 games. So what I want to get the value here is alpha plus beta plus gamma. I want to get the value of alpha plus beta plus gamma, that is exactly 2 games. This is what is required by the question. We know total is equal to 300. Total minus none should be equal to union. So this union of all the values n, A, let me call it as set number A, let me call it as set number B, and let me call it as set number C. This is set A, set B, set C, and the union total minus none should be equal to union. Total minus none should be equal to n, A union B union C. Total is 300. If we subtract none from here, 15, then union should be equal to 300 minus 15, that is equal to 285. The combined value inside all the three sets should be equal to 285. So what we have here, n, A union B union C should be equal to 285. 300 minus none. If I subtract 300 minus none, that should be equal to union out here. And what is union? We know it is going to be NA plus NB plus NC, all with a positive sign, minus NA intersection B plus NB intersection C plus NA intersection C, all with a minus sign, and all three with a plus sign, N intersection B intersection C, all with a, it will always keep on moving in alternate plus minus order, single of them taken at a time with a plus sign. So we have NA union B union C, NA plus NB plus NC, NA plus NB plus NC with a plus sign, NA intersection B, A intersection B is this value, A intersection B is this value 30 plus alpha, B intersection C is this value 30 plus gamma, and A intersection C is this value 30 plus beta, plus NA intersection B intersection C means common to all the three is 30. We can say this value is 285, which is NA plus NB plus NC 180 plus 150 plus 120. That should be equal to 450 minus NA intersection B will be equal to NA intersection B is 30 plus alpha. This is NA intersection B. Similarly, this is NB intersection C, this complete value. Similarly, this complete value have to be NA intersection C. So what we have, 30 plus alpha is NA intersection B, plus 30 plus beta is NA intersection C, plus 30 plus gamma is NA intersection C. So this is plus we have here, plus we have here 30. NA intersection B intersection C means common to all of them. So what we have, this is the combined value. 285 is equal to 300 plus 150, that is equal to 450 minus 90 30 minus 90 minus alpha plus beta plus gamma plus 30 minus 30 minus 90 minus alpha minus beta minus gamma minus alpha plus beta gamma plus, so 285 union is 285. 300 minus 15 is the union, combined value inside all the three set is union. 285 should be equal to, this is 450 minus 60 minus alpha plus beta plus gamma, that is equal to 390. So we have alpha, this is equal to 390, and this is 285. Alpha plus beta plus gamma should be equal to this is 290, 390, this is 285, this should be equal to 105. So alpha plus beta plus gamma here have to be 105, which is option number A, and alpha plus beta plus gamma represents students or members playing exactly two games. Alpha is exactly in B only, B and C only, and C and A only. So number of students playing exactly two games will be equal to alpha plus beta plus gamma, which is equal to 105. Answer for question number